Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. I already did my little outfit of the day video for y'all, and I showed y'all my makeup as well. I did a separate video on that, so make sure y'all check those out. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about my challenge with the kettlebell, the 100 kettlebell swings challenge, as well as maintenance and just exercise altogether. Everything is continuing to go well. I was trying to come down with a little something, y'all. So like yesterday, I was not feeling it. Yesterday was day 8 for the kettlebell challenge, and I was like, y'all, I felt like I got hit by a car, and I felt like I was dealing with like a head cold or something. I blew my nose like twice today, and I feel like I've been fine. I did drink some of that liquid IV just to make sure that I was hydrated, as I was just drinking all water, and then I realized that, ooh, I kind of been skipping out on my electrolytes. Y'all, I'm in Vegas. I'm in the desert. I'm a desert girl. Um, it's hot out here, okay? And I don't know where you live, but it's important that you stay hydrated, okay? So, yeah, even if you're coming down with something or your immune system struggles like mine does, like I have a very overactive immune system, I deal with a lot of autoimmune disease conditions. And yeah, it's important that you make sure you stay hydrated. People are passing out left and right out here. And I don't want that to happen to y'all. I don't want that to happen to me. Especially if you're going to be out in the heat. Make sure that you're doing that. But everything is going well. Yesterday was, I would just say, the hardest day out of all the 8 days was day 8, which was yesterday. I think I'm fine today. Like, I feel great. No joint pains, nothing. I feel amazing today. So I just wanted to just give y'all a little update about like how you really, when you want it bad enough, you really gotta push yourself. And I actually, after I did the workout yesterday, it was a challenge taking my shower. You know how in the last video I was telling y'all, if you saw the last video, I was outside and I filmed that for y'all, and I was letting y'all know that sometimes it's a challenge when you suffer from having an overactive immune system, and then you push yourself to work out, and then you deal with like myasthenia gravis that causes muscle weakness, like I experienced. And baby, taking a shower, doing anything afterwards, it's like your body is like this, like floppy, like your muscles just completely then gave up. So I pushed through the shower, but after I rested, I would say for like a couple of hours, I was able to like go and get something to eat last night. I went to like a local bar. Um, like the bars out here, they have like really, really good food. The ones near me. And so I was able to go and get a little bit of bite to eat. But because I was feeling like I was kind of coming down with something, like the smoke was kind of bothering me a little bit. But other than that, like I was good. I just didn't eat a whole lot. I ate enough, but like I had like, like that like scratchy throat feeling. So make sure that you are resting, okay? Like don't drive yourself into the ground. I don't know who needs to hear that, but it's kind of important that you know, even though you're trying to reach a goal and you set those goals for yourself, make sure that you take in time to be good to your body, because if you're good to your body, like my mama always says, your body will be good to you. And so, um, yeah, I always have to do that. Like I don't have a choice. If I don't do that, I'm not doing nothing probably for the next 3 days. So I have to be smart. I have to be very wise about the decisions I make, and if it's worth putting myself in that predicament or not. Because we got things to do, and I'm not trying to be bedridden for a whole week straight, you know? Those days are long and gone. Like, you live and you learn. So now, like, through experience, I know what, like, sets my body off. I know what, like, really pisses it off. And so I don't do those things. Like, I really limit doing that, or I make other choices around it to make it better for myself. So you know yourself, you know your body, listen to your body. But that is one of the reasons that I was telling y'all I'd be so successful, because I do not believe in unrealistic expectations. I used to like really drive myself into the ground and set goals that I know good and well. You got to have many goals to even get to that huge goal. I would just think I'm going to jump straight to that goal and not really think, because I know good and well I didn't believe. that that was going to happen right then and there, because I knew that I was trying to skip all the tiny little goals that I would need to achieve to even come close to that huge goal that I was trying to set for myself. And that is how you run into failure. It's like a block in the road. And I just want to tell y'all, be realistic as to the goals that you can set. I'm always telling y'all that you can do all things, which is true. Okay? You can do anything that you want to do. You can be anything you want to be. However, be realistic about that. Like in how you're planning to get there and the steps that you're going to take. You have to take steps to get to where you're going. Okay? Don't just expect like a hop and a skip and in a hurry. You have to have some type of patience, and you definitely have to be realistic about getting there. Like a lot of times there's baby steps, okay? But you'll get there. And you have to keep being patient and just knowing and picturing yourself getting there little by little, okay? If you completely picture yourself like you envision yourself there, that you've already made it, that's going to help you keep taking those baby steps, and you're going to keep climbing up the ladder to get to where you need to be, okay? That's how I did with my weight loss journey. That's how I'm doing now with the exercise. Because when you have autoimmune disease, like you're dealing with joint pains and you're dealing with nerve damage and all this stuff from all the antibodies that's attacking your nerves and, you know, your cells or whatever it is that you deal with, okay? For me, it's myasthenia gravis, chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy, which is CIDP, rheumatoid arthritis, and also multiple sclerosis, okay, MS. So I don't like rep all that stuff. Like I don't rep it like that. I know I'm a warrior, okay? I know I'm strong and all that, but I don't want to fall into the trap of not doing the things that I want to do by just falling into being in the bed and stuff all the time. So I do push myself to get up and do the workouts, and I'm usually very grateful, and I don't regret it. I don't regret doing it because usually, like if I was experiencing joint pain and I didn't want to work out, but I pushed myself to do it, I end up feeling better than I expected to feel. And I'll be like, oh my goodness, OMG, I'm so glad that I actually took the time and pushed myself to do this workout, because I ain't gonna lie, with the joint pains, I don't know if any of y'all deal with RA, but it feels like Cookie Monster. Somebody is gnawing on your joints. It feels like somebody's eating you up. It feels like somebody is eating your little behind up, and I don't be feeling that. Like that don't work for me. That just don't do it for me. Okay, like we can't have that over here. That is not given sexy. That's not given desirable. It's not given sexy. That's not giving anything good. You feel me? So we can't have that. Like go eat on somebody else, because that's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's munching on your joints, and the pain is, whew, y'all. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but I done got through all this stuff for years and years, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to come let y'all know it's going. But I don't want everything. I don't want you to think like it's just a breeze. Everything is just like so simple, because it's not. Like I have to be 100% real with y'all. I got to keep it 100, keep it above. And it's not easy. I have to push myself every day. Do I have days that I don't want to work out? You better believe it. Do I have days where I don't even want to record for my channel? You better believe it. But how am I going to obtain? How am I going to achieve the goals that I need to achieve? How am I going to be? How am I going to reach to where I need to be? How am I going to get there if I'm not putting in the work to get there? So even though I have to pace myself, like I batch record, and that helps me rest in between times. The only challenge I'm having right now is that the kettlebell challenge is 7 days a week. And so the way I do that, I still continue my workouts. My full body workouts are 3 days a week. So that's every other day. I give myself rest in between. And as far as the kettlebell swings, like my body has adapted to doing those. So not that it's easy, but I don't feel nearly as drained as I was feeling like the first few days that I was, getting started doing those. So like my body is like definitely adjusting to doing them. But yeah, I feel like it's not as much as a struggle. So I don't feel like I'm killing myself. Like I'm trying to send myself to the upper room just by, keeping up with my 3 days a week workouts. That's why I've only been doing 3 days a week, 4 at most on a real good week. I do that strategically that way for a reason, because I don't want to wear myself down. That's being smart, okay? Yeah, I know you want to get there and you want to get there quickly, but again, realistic expectations. You got to think right. It's about how you think, your mindset, and taking baby steps and being realistic and knowing that it requires steps for you to get to where you have to go, okay? So, yeah, but it's going well. Other than that little hiccup with the not feeling well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's something with my immune system or what. But I've been taking supplements. I don't take a whole lot of prescriptions and stuff. I do have prescription inhalers and stuff for asthma. But asthma and stuff, like, I have to have it. Like, I'm not trying to be driving and end up can't breathe. And, I got to be smart about that. But as far as like a lot of the medications, I came off of those. And if you want to do something like that, um, get providers that will work with you and actually listen to you. Not necessarily do every little thing you want them to do, because they have to consider your best interest. And, doctors, they're supposed to know what's best, but you know yourself, you know your body, and you know what your goals are and what you're trying to do. And so getting with like some holistic providers or something like that would be a good idea if you do want to just, eat a certain way. I'm personally still doing my high protein meals, and that's what I'm going to continue to do because it's working for me, especially with maintaining my weight loss. And yeah, like right now, y'all, she's thick. I'm at the higher end of my weight, and it just fluctuates. Like, I think like last week, y'all, I was at the lower end. I just really didn't want to eat. Like, it's been so hot out here. It's been so hot out here in Vegas, and I just wasn't feeling the food. Like, I would get food, and even if it's something that, how I said, I don't call them cheat days, but even on the days, my reward days, like last night was a reward day. I went to the bar, and I had these like rib tip fries with cheese on them. I ate a few bites, and I just felt so full. You know how you just feel full, and it's like meh, like that's how I was feeling. So, if y'all, it kind of reminds me of when I was actually dosing, and I would feel like that, like, oh, I think we overdid it, and it doesn't take much, a few bites in, and you just like, ugh. But that's how I felt. It reminded me of when I was like dosing, doing my injections every week regularly. But your girl Sheik, that's all I really wanted to come talk to y'all about. Oh, another thing before I go, I started rocking a waist trainer, and I mean like faithfully every day, like for 8 hours, maybe like 8 to 10 hours a day. I was wearing a waist trainer, and I'm not talking about a corset. I'm not talking about nothing that messes with my organs or anything like that. And I don't wear my waist trainers overly tight. I only like make them tighter as I get smaller. Okay, that's the smart way. And I'm not convincing anybody to do waist training, but that is one way I have not ended up shaped like a box. I've always been curvy, but as I lost weight, I wanted to keep my curves. So that's something that I do still. And you'll see, like when I do my workouts, sometimes I do have on a waist trainer. It's not like I can bend. It's not like restricting me. And it feels so good for my back. The one that I have that I work out in feels so amazing for my back. And also the kettlebell swings, like it feels like I've stretched my back after I've done those. If your back is hurting, you're not doing them right. You have to, it's a pelvis move. So you can kind of bend your knees slightly, but you're going up like this, and then back down with the kettlebell, and up and back down with the kettlebell. So if you watch my videos, you can see what I'm doing as far as the formation goes for that. But yeah, y'all, I started at a 2X in waist trainers. Now I'm an extra small in waist trainers, and I wear the specific one for not every workout, but a lot of times I do have on a waist trainer when I'm just, around the house. Even if I go somewhere, I might have it on. And sometimes, depending on what I'm wearing, I have it over my clothes, and sometimes underneath, depending on what I have on. Obviously, if I have a special event or something to go to and I need to slay, baby, we're not going to have that on top of our clothes. So I wear like a different garment or something. I wear a little something different to kind of snatch me up a little bit. You feel me? But yeah, y'all, be realistic. Allow your body to rest. Remember, if you be good to your body will be good to you. Your girl Sheik loves y'all. Please share these videos. Share the channel with others. We want our tribe to continue growing. Our little tribe is definitely growing. I appreciate all of the comments. I love when y'all comment under the videos. Like, that makes me feel amazing. Y'all don't know how much I love y'all. I love y'all so much. For real, for real. Like, we in this thing together, and we have been, y'all. I cannot believe it's actually going to be 24 months, which is 2 years, July 21st. 2 years on this on my GLP-1 journey, like all together. Even though I'm not like dosing right now, I did consider microdosing because of the inflammation and joint pains that I started back having after I stopped dosing. But we're gonna see. Right now I'm maintaining and stuff without them. So we're gonna keep going and just see what happens with that, okay? But please do show this video some love and do share the channel, okay? Your girl Chic loves y'all so very much. And I hope that you are subscribing to join the tribe if you have not already. And please follow your girl on social media. I don't know what's about to happen with TikTok, y'all, but we're going to be on the YT. Yes, we will. All day. But y'all have an amazing rest of your week. And we're going to be in this thing together. I'm going to be right back with y'all probably later on today or tomorrow. But I got to go do my kettlebell swings when I get back. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the door and go where I got to go so I can get back. But your girl Chic loves y'all so much. Keep being great. All right.